Hi there, this is Melody, and I thought I would do a quick tutorial. I got some new yarn today, so I thought I'd do a little bragging and helping at the same time. I got this from a local yarn dyer. Absolutely love the color. And it is Heritage Paints, hand painted. It is 100 grams, 437 yards, or 400 meters, and a US 1 to a 3, 28 stitches for 4 inches. So basically your number 2. And I plan on making the sister shawls by Cozy Up Knits, who got me back into knitting. Thank you guys. Absolutely love your channel. I think I've binge watched just about every show they put on, so be sure and check them out. And then my next color is from Cascade Yarns Heritage. It's a 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, which the other one is also. I try and match my fibers when I'm doing a project. It is 100 grams, 437 yards or 400 meters, a US 1 to a 3 on your needle size. So number 2, and it's a gorgeous deep red. Then the next one is by Heritage Farms, Cascade Yarns Heritage. See if that'll focus in on that. And then it is a 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, 100 grams or 437 yards, 400 meters, and a US 1 to 3, so it's a size 2, better known as a fingering weight. And it is this beautiful gray. It's really light. It almost looks white in the camera, but it's a kind of a dusty gray. And as this one goes into the little splotch of black, there is a gray that I thought this would pick up beautifully. Those are my 3 colors, and it's for the My Sister's Shawl by Cozy Up Knits. Cozy Up Designs on Ravelry. It is a paid for pattern, so I can't show too much of it, but it is a beautiful shawl. It's great for a beginner because there is some garter and simple yarn overs, but in an intricate design to where it comes out beautifully and lacy. So it makes a great shawl that if you bundle it up tight, it's super warm in the winter, or you can just wear it as a little dress up for your skimpier summer outfits, so when it gets cold, it's wide enough that you could actually put it over your shoulders. So that's my next project that I'm going to get started on. But my main focus today is you get a hank of yarn and you don't happen to have a Swift and you don't have a ball winder. What do? A lot of shops will wind it for you, but I have found a way. Thank you, Cozy Up Knits, because this is where I first saw this, and it's how I have been winding my yarn. Basically, you pull one end out of the other. It unwinds like so. I mean, just look at those colors. This is going to be so much fun to knit with. Then you find where it's tied together. Grab my scissors. And don't be shy, just cut the little knot off, and then you'll see where you unwind it, and that usually gives you the outside pull, and then there's an inside pull. And what I do is I take and I tuck that inside pull inside so it lays, because merino's kind of sticky and it'll stay there, and then I pull out the outside wrap. And back in the day, you used to have a friend that would hold this for you while you wound your ball of yarn. Well, I like to make mine to where they look like a little cake, and this technique works perfect for that. So I'm going to put this over my paper shredder because it has rounded edges and it pulls the yarn off perfectly. And then I just pull it close to me, pull your yarn up, and the way I do it is you kind of lay it along your thumb, and you can give it just a little pinch, but you have the yarn running along the bow of your thumb, and then I just give it a couple of wraps just to get it started. And you want to keep it kind of loose on your thumb so you don't cut off circulation. Did that the first try. And then you just kind of loosely wrap until, about, 20 wraps. Just to where it looks like it's going to stay there. Then you start wrapping at a 45. And I'll get a few wraps on there and turn my hand around where you can see. Just a little 45-degree angle. Then give it a turn. And you just keep that little tail, keep an eye on it so I can keep it out, like so. And you just keep wrapping. And I've gotten to where I can do this pretty quick. You just pull some off, get a fair amount, give it a twist. Give it a twist. And you can do this on a toilet paper center if you're not comfortable with putting it on your thumb. And that'll, when you pull it off of the toilet paper, it'll sink in because yarn being springy, and it'll give you a little looser center. Also, save your thumb. The little hacks that I have. Friend came up with the toilet paper roll. If you cut a little slit in the top, you can put that center pull right through that slit. But I have found that this works really well for me. And I'm not going to bore you with watching me wind a complete 400 and some odd yards of yarn, but just enough to where you get the gist. You just wrap till it looks good, give it a turn. And then you see the cake starting to form. As you can tell, I don't edit my videos because I don't know how. I'm one of these old fogies that I haven't really caught on to, I do some technology, but I haven't really caught on to it as well as these young famous YouTubers do. But I just thought I'd give it a go and let people know that, it's not as scary as it looks. It can be done. And take up a new hobby, while some of us are still in lockdown, depending on where you live. My friend in Portugal is still in lockdown. But take up a new hobby. There's a lot of YouTube tutorials teaching you how to get started. Everybody is there to help you. There's a lot of Facebook groups to help you out where you can just pose a question while you're working on something. Hey, does this look right? Post a picture. How do I fix that? I have found a lot of helpful groups and helpful people out there that are willing to help you out. So be sure and check it out. And there's a lot of videos that you can watch and go step by step. Just pause. Take a minute. Do it. Go get yourself a cup of coffee. And if you don't like it, the beauty of knitting, you can rip it out and start over. Now you know how to wind it back into a nice, pretty little ball that turns out looking like this. Thanks for watching, guys, and you have a great day.